Nobody likes their meat being dry. I'm obviously referring to steak. So here is how you make a béarnaise sauce.
So béarnaise sauce is a classic French sauce made of egg yolks, butter, tarragon, and white wine vinegar reduction. So it's basically a hollandaise that's socially acceptable to eat outside of breakfast. Start off by doing the prep, which I love this sauce because there isn't a lot of prep. You just have to dice 1 shallot and mince tarragon. Now to the cooking. Start off by making the reduction. To the pan, add 1/2 cup of white wine vinegar, a diced shallot, and 1 tablespoon of peppercorns. Turn the heat to a medium and bring it up to a simmer. You want to reduce it till it's nearly dry, just about 2 to 3 tablespoons left. And this really just concentrates the flavor and really packs a punch for the sauce. Take the liquid and set it to the side and discard the rest in there. Now, in a stainless steel bowl, make sure there's no rubber bottom to it because you'll see why soon. Add 2 egg yolks, a pinch of salt, and then the reduction. Want to whisk that until it's smooth and make sure you whisk generously because you need to break down the proteins a bit in the yolks. Now, boil a pot of water and we're going to whisk this yolk mixture over boiling water. This will cook the yolks without scrambling them since it's a gentle heat. It will allow us to add the hot butter later without making a mess of the sauce. So hold the bowl over the boiling water and whisk vigorously. See why you need a metal bowl now. I like to move the bowl on and off every 10 seconds just so it doesn't get too hot too fast. So this usually takes me around 2 to 3 minutes and you'll know it's done by one of 2 ways. One, you can temp it with a thermometer. It should be around 150 degrees, or just go by the base of looks, which is what I do here. You know it's done when the mixture is nice and thick and creamy versus runny like it started. Now in a different pot, we're gonna heat up clarified butter. I do about a cup worth and I just touch it, but you can also temp it to be around 150 again. Now onto the step that's the most difficult, so be careful here. We are going to emulsify the butter into the egg yolk mixture. Place the bowl on a towel to stabilize it and then start whisking. You must whisk constantly and add very little amount of butter in at a time, around 1 to 2 tablespoons. Once a small amount of butter has been incorporated, you can keep whisking and adding in more. The reason you want to only add a little bit at a time is because if you add it all at once or even too much at once, the emulsion will break, aka the sauce will not get thickened and it'll be a watery mess. It would be kind of like when you get a really watery salad dressing, you know, when the vinegar and oil aren't combined. That would happen if you added too much butter at once, because again, it's in a broken emulsion. And what's interesting about this sauce and emulsions in general, the more butter you add, as long as you add it slowly and are whisking continuously, the thicker it's gonna get. So at this point, it got thick. So I decided to add half a lemon juice and a little bit of salt for seasoning. You can see it thinned it out. So because it thinned it out, I want it a little bit thicker. I'm gonna go ahead and emulsify, aka add in more of that butter while whisking. It's weird, right? Because you're adding what's kind of like liquid. So you think it would thin it out if you add more, but because it's emulsion, it's kind of just a suspension of 2 things combined together. It actually thickens it. So add enough of that clarified butter until you reach a desired thickness, and then we're gonna stir in the chopped tarragon. And it will result in this creamy, delicious, very rich, very savory béarnaise sauce. It's one of my favorite sauces to put on steaks, seafood, even chicken, and it really elevates the dish and everything on the table. Check out the recipe details in my caption and make sure to hit that like and follow for more.
That's good.